Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. So to get my mind off of the issues with our basement, I am going to be going outside today. We are having great weather the whole week, in the 70s, even flirting with the 80s, 2 days out of the week. So I am going to go outside and start prepping my garden for the spring coming season. And these are the buckets I had inside that didn't do anything, but I am pressing forward and utilizing them for something else out in the garden this year. And I've already clipped back my strawberries. These are my fruit trees. You can see they're already starting to bud out, which is hopefully great. Hopefully, like, this is Michigan weather, so you never ever know if they will have a hard freeze after this week or not. And you can see my elderberries are also starting to leaf out. There's some new growth of those as well. This is my garlic and onions that I actually planted last fall, and they've been covered up. I just uncovered them with the mulch and the leaves I had on them, covering them for the winter. I have planted some lettuce here. I'm probably going to regret that. And some more onions and garlic. And this is the watermelons that I try to do that, winter sowing. And as you can see, some of them are coming up. So hopefully we'll have some success in this particular container. And this is the star of the show, my compost. My town actually has free compost, and sometimes they have wood chips as well. And I went over there today and got probably like 2 wheelbarrows, maybe 3 wheelbarrows full. It's free, so you can pick up as much or as little as you like. And as you can see, or maybe can't see, it's nice, dark, rich compost that I'm going to refresh my beds with and get them going. I'm going to start with these 6 containers here because I did weed them. So I'm going to refresh that. Keep the straw in it because I found last year that was working really good at retaining the moisture in these particular ones. So I'm just going to take that off the top, put more in them. As you can see, those ones I already did. These ones are like maybe 6 inches down, and I'm going to do that for this side. And we're also trying to grow a little bit of grass in the bare spots. We'll see how that goes. The bare area is where I planted potatoes last year. So over here, I also have my fruit trees, giving them a good drink after the long winter. I just put some compost tea in a bucket, and I just set the plant right in there, and it just soaks up all those nutrients. And of course, I will water them. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see on this one really well, but it looks like it's starting to bud out. So we'll see. And of course, my rosemary that I had inside. Of course, I could grow weeds. Yep. That one just popped up out of nowhere. I don't even know what that is. But the rosemary that I bought inside last year, it's coming back. It's nice. I've been using fresh rosemary all winter long. And then I have some lemon thyme I also took inside last year. And that was doing okay. It didn't really take off, but whatever. And here's some of my tomatoes that I started inside. Some peppers, as you can see, little hands help, and they just threw a whole pile in, but they seem to be coming up, so whatever I can get out of them, it would be good. There's a lot in there, but you know what? Hey, I'll take the help, and it teaches them, so yeah. And I also have sweet and hot peppers in this. The sweets coming up, not the hot peppers so much, but hopefully the warm temperatures outside this week will help them along. So we'll see how that goes. There are a couple of different varieties of each one. And we want to have a lot of pepper plants. Peppers and tomatoes are one of the crops I'm going to be actually concentrating on for this garden season. And down here, my ever-present chives. I chop this thing back every winter, and it comes back every spring. And here you can see it's one of the first things to come back. It is already growing, and it's literally first week of the warmer weather. So I'm also going to be working on these 6 or 7 buckets that I bought inside, and now I'm bringing outside to use for something else for the spring season because inside they really did not work. This is my little gardening project for the week, and I am tempted to plant kale and spinach and keep my fingers crossed. So it's about 2 weeks later, and I planted celery, carrots, leeks. That's the sweet potatoes that's not doing anything. This is the elderberry plant, got a lot more leaves on it. Here is some more onions and garlic, my mint, and some lemon mint. And over here in buckets, I have some of my fruit trees. They won't be staying here. These are the buckets that I repurposed from inside to outside. They have cabbage in them and beans. Here are some more of the things I planted out. And in the main garden area, I know my grass needs to be cut. Don't look at that. I did plant that lettuce, like I said before. It's not doing anything. I planted all these out: butternut squash, zucchini, and spaghetti squash. And on this side, watermelon, honeydew melon, and some other kind of melons that I had. And in the main bed, I put Swiss chard. I already had the onions and garlic. That lettuce down there, I just labeled it. I put in cabbage over here, kale, spinach, and amaranth. And yeah, we had a cold snap after I did this, and it's still cold today. And yeah, it's 28 degrees out here. Well, when the sun comes up, it'll be warmer, but as you can see, some things are coming up, but I don't think the main things, like I know this amaranth probably will come up. It's like an easy plant to grow and a hard plant to kill. And of course we got some grass growing in where hubby wanted grass. But I don't think my melons and my lettuce is going to do very well. The onions and garlic and the grass over there is growing pretty good. But the warm weather crops like this lettuce, I think I'm going to have to replant. That's just me jumping the gun, but that's okay. A lot of the stuff will come up, but what I have to replant, I will go ahead and replant once the weather gets warmer for sure. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos.